All right, so making this little video for people out there in the group and send to some of my clients because shoulders, everybody has shoulder issues, and usually shoulder issues originally start from the hips. So we got to make sure our hips are good too. And I'll go over hips with some other stuff. But right now I'm going to go over shoulder movements. Let's say your hips are back into where they should be. Shoulders, first of all, we want to run them to their full range of motion and get everything warmed up. So this is a very simple movement. My left shoulder is my worst, but if you look, I'm going to come around. I'm just like a windmill, but I'm going to touch as far as I can go each way. Like here, when I'm coming back, this is as far as I can go back here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go backwards, same thing. Bring the arm as far back as I can. Make sure it touches this full range of motion as it comes around. So I'm going to do 10, 15 of these, right? I'm going to do 10 or 15 the other way. Full, we're feeling the full range of motion. The arm's going to twist around as you come back. It's twisting around, coming up, forward stretch. You feel you're hitting the edge of your range of motion the whole time. And as this arm rests, hit the other one. And then go the other way. I'll do that again. Now I'm going to go faster. Almost like a windmill. The other way. Other side. Other way. I normally do that one more time. But right now I'm trying to just show it to you guys. So there's that. Now, secondly, I'm going to go do what the heck do they call it? Pendlay over-unders. We'll see. I'll show you. I forget the exact term for it, but take a band. This is the orange X3 band. Some guys might even need a lighter band than that. I'm going to grab it at about shoulder width here. Start at my waist. Start pulling it apart. Get up just over my head. And then as I come back, let it pull my arms together and come all the way down to my butt. I can feel my front delts stretching. See my, you turn the camera angle down a little bit so you see my hands. My hands are starting facing like this. I pull apart, come up, then I pull straight down, and behind me, the front delt stretching, the pec stretching. Come this way, my hands are now turned outward, stretching the front delt, the bicep, the tricep, or the bicep, the pec. And then you got to use those muscles to come back around, keep it stretched apart, come down to your waist in the front. We're going to do this movement. I don't care. You can do up to 50 reps if you want. This is going to get everything warmed up and stretched out. These two I'm showing you right here are good to do before you start any upper body movements. And then even afterward. Get that. Sometimes I stop here and let it really stretch good right there. Come back around. I'll, if I take a break and do that. Sometimes I'll do a set of those even between movements, just to keep the shoulders in good shape. Now the face pull, externally rotating, okay? I have a pull-up bar here. You can hook these up to just about anything, but my fiance got me this pull-up bar for Christmas, and it's adjustable. You spin it, and it tightens in doorways. It's got some latches to stop it so it won't turn. You can crank it in and move it up and crank it out and adjust it anywhere you want. I have the lightest Sirius steel band here. The movement, you start right out in front of you, and your arms are going to stay parallel to the floor. Your hands are going to come up like this. You're coming out in front of you like this, and you pull, and you're trying to get back like this. You're rotating and pulling back. Okay? This is really good for the external rotation. It can fix a lot of shoulder issues. It's a movement many people should do. If not anybody, I think everybody should do it. Even if you feel you have good shoulders, it's at least going to keep shoulders from having some issues. And this is a great one to do before doing any kind of a chest press or shoulder press. See if I can get you the right, maybe pull that back a little bit, but match that up. Yeah. And I'm pulling as hard as I can right here. And I come forward. Now, as you get stronger, if you use a heavier band, you can just lean back a little bit so it doesn't pull you forward when you're trying to pull the tension, all right? So the stronger you get, the more you're going to have to lean back to compensate for the strength of that band. But the motion is we're straight out like this, and we rotate up and back, okay? Hopefully I explained that one good enough there, but that face pull, super important. I see a lot of guys in the gyms, they'll do it with the cable machine and the ropes. Same thing, they'll pull like this. So what it's doing, that's, you'll end up building a little bit of muscle doing it, but you're actually strengthening your external rotation. So the rear and middle delta are getting hit a bit, but you're also hitting the supraspinatus and the teres minor and getting a little bit of the lower traps into there and the infraspinatus. Okay, so it's really important to, and you're stretching the front and strengthening that external rotation. Almost everybody's internally rotated. Almost everybody has issues with that. We can never be too strong in our external rotation. Okay. Now here's one that a lot of people need to do. I'm using the pull-up bar and I'm going to tie this band to it. Let me turn this here so you can see. I'm actually just going to tie this band off to it. Like that. All right. Now, I'm going to put my hand through here and then I'm going to grab that band so it's wrapped around the back of my wrist. Scoot this over because I'm going to pull out as far as I can here. I got a ton of tension now pulling the humerus. Okay. So right now it's stretching. I can feel it stretching the short head of the bicep right here. I can feel a little bit of stretch in the front delt and the pec. And on the back side, it's stretching my teres minor and my rear delt. Well, I'm going to do this. While that's stretched, just let it, my legs are positioned, my left leg's out, trying to support me. And I just kind of let it go and hang like that. But what I'm going to do is rotate all the way forward as far as I possibly can. So while all that stuff's pulled out, I'm forcing the muscles to work and rotate. And any tight spots will have to start getting pulled and tugged on. Any weaknesses will have to start getting strengthened. You're loosening up the whole shoulder here. See how the back of my hand's all the way forward? Right now I can feel the long head of my tricep and my teres minor and a little bit of trap right there. And then I'm going to come back around, rotate, turn my palm as far back as I can. Right now I'm feeling it really stretch through here. This is a front delt, very upper pec, and then the short or the long head of the bicep there. Okay, or short head, I should say, short head. That the short head here ties up into the shoulder. And just keep rotating that back and forth. You want a good amount of tension. After you've done it a little while, sometimes I'll take another step and pull it a little further and let it come back. And even just let it stretch for a minute and work it in some circles. And then use my shoulder blade and pull it in and out. I'll feel some stuff. It's kind of hung up and popped. And then restart all the way forward, all the way back again. Do that at least 20 times. Count all the way forward, all the way back is like a rep. Do that a couple times each arm, and that will help a ton. Because everything gets so tight that a lot of times the humerus is just tight and pulled even out of position. It's just tight into the socket, pulled out of the position. I even had one client that he had been so tight for so long like that his spine at the top is pulled over, and it actually wore all the cartilage out in the joint because it was tight for so long, and bench pressing and shoulder pressing and everything else just wore it right out. So you're pulling all that tissue outward and twisting and forcing it to work, and you're breaking up scar tissue and adhesions and things like that. And that you have to stick with it and keep using a heavier and heavier band. Like I said, pull it back, let it hang, get that good hang. You'll feel it pull apart. Again, pull apart, do some twisting. All right. Those those three things right there, if you do those consistently on a daily basis, your shoulders are going to feel a lot better after a period of time if you're having some shoulder issues. There's some other stuff that, you know, if you need to hire me for some more specialty stuff or whatnot, that's what I'm here for. But I'm going to give everybody this for something to start with to keep those shoulders in decent condition. So it's really important. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.